So today we'll be talking all about ovarian cysts. Hey guys, welcome back to Nikki at your Cervix. It's your girl Nikki here, and if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit my subscribe button, turn my post notification bell on so you can get an update every time I have a new release. And follow me on Instagram at Nikki_at_your_cervix for lots more interesting content. Ovarian cysts are very common and often painless and symptomless, and they're usually a sign of ovulation. However, in some cases, they can point to an underlying condition that may need to be removed. So cysts can be classified as functional cysts or non-functional cysts. So let's start with the functional cysts. So these are usually harmless and they rarely cause any pain, and they disappear on their own within 2 or 3 menstrual cycles. And there can be 2 types of functional cysts. We have the follicular cyst, which usually around day 14 of your menstrual cycle, in the instance that you have a 28-day cycle, an egg bursts out of its follicle and travels down the fallopian tube. A follicular cyst forms when the follicle does not rupture and release this egg, but it just continues to grow. Another one of the functional cysts is the corpus luteum cyst. So after the same follicle releases the egg, it starts producing estrogen and progesterone for conception or to have a baby. Well, this follicle is now called corpus luteum. At times, fluids accumulates in the corpus luteum and grows into a cyst. The next type of cyst is a hemorrhagic cyst. So this is an adnexal mass or a lump of tissue-like structure that forms in the ovary when bleeding occurs into the follicle or the corpus luteum. So now let's jump into the non-functional cysts. So these are the ones that are present and are not related to the normal menstrual cycle, and they can be painful and may need medical attention. So let's start with our first one, the dermoid cyst. This one is also called a teratoma because its abnormal growth can contain tissue like hair, skin, teeth, and even other tissues that are from the residual embryonic cell. So what makes up your body when you're a baby. The dermoid cyst can occur at any age, but in most times it occurs in the childbearing age. So another non-functional cyst is a cyst adenoma, and these are basically benign, which means they're non-cancerous tumor that develop on the surface of the ovaries, and they're filled with either water or mucous material. They tend to be extremely large in size, and they do not usually affect your fertility, but they need to be removed. So the first one is a serous cyst adenoma. So the serous cyst adenoma are found in women age range 40 to 60 years old, and about 15 to 20% of the time they're in both ovaries, and it's also associated with endometriosis. The other one is a mucinosis adenoma. They also affect women age 40 to 50, and they usually present as a single mass in one ovary, and that mass is full of mucinous type material. Another functional cyst is the endometriomas, and this is the one we call the chotic cyst. And this result where the endometrial cells grow outside of the uterus. Another type of non-functional cyst is polycystic ovaries, and women suffering from PCOS have a higher than normal level of the male hormone called androgen, and this excess hormone causes multiple small cysts to form in the ovaries, and thus the ovaries swells up. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nikki at your Cervix for lots more interesting content.